Hello again, Internet. This is Virtue Fire with, I don't even know which video this is. I think it may be my 6th in my B Scrub tutorial series. Today I'm going to be covering how to build a team around one character. But while I'm still choosing the characters, you can see I'm going with the Justin Wong Iron Fist team here. I just want to say something real quick. I saw a little rant by TriForce that Mr. Pavs Arcade put up on his channel. Now, I don't know a lot about TriForce. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I don't really have an opinion on him beyond what I formulated from seeing his little rant, because I don't know what he did to get so many people to dislike him. But the kind of things he was saying about Finger Cramps, the team that Jago and I think Chris G is part of. Now, I'm not going to talk about whether or not the things are true, because it seems like something that, you know, you could debate for hours whether or not those things are true. What's important, though, is that I really think it's important that we not make this the fighting game community a culture of hate. This really should be a more welcoming place than I think it ends up being a lot of the time. Like, I'm not saying people online trash talk too much. We definitely don't trash talk any more than any other, you know, gaming community, you know, compared to, like, Call of Duty or League of Legends people or whatever. It's like, all of them trash talk pretty much equally. But what I'm talking about is, I don't want the community to turn into a place where, like, there's some kind of, you know, frickin' gang war between Empire and what's it called, Finger Cramps. And that's all I have to say about that. Is I don't want to I want it to turn into a fight between them, like a fight that could get violent at tournaments that both of them are part of. And I'm not going to say anything beyond that, because I don't want to instigate, you know, another fight. That's just, I want to throw my opinion out there. This shouldn't be a place filled with hate. It can be a place filled with trash talking, but not with actual hate, because hate can destroy, prejudices can kill. We don't want it to turn into frickin', you know, LA riots up in here. Anyways, sorry I had to lead it off with kind of an off note. I just want to get that out of the way, because that video of him really spoke to me. It didn't speak to me, you know, in a particularly good way, but it did, you know, get my attention. So, anyways, on the team, as you can see, Iron Fist. Iron Fist is a character that a lot of people think that by himself he's low tier, and I agree that by himself, like on Anchor, I very much disagree with him being on Anchor, because as good as his combos and stuff are, he's very limited as far as mobility. Like, other than stuff that everybody else has, like super jumps and stuff, he has like this really, really good dash. Like, you can easily, whoopsies. Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. But other than the really, really, really good dash, he has probably, I think, the best ground dash in the game. Like, just on speed and the amount of distance it covers. And also how fast you can cancel it into crouch block position. Yeah, it's just a really good, sorry, I was distracted for a bit. A really good dash. But that's the problem, is that he only has that ground dash. He doesn't have an air dash, he doesn't have a teleport, and he doesn't have really any air move. In fact, he doesn't have any air moves at all, that, other than, you know, his normals, that make it a super safe mobility option. So your only option is to stay on the ground and try and keep your opponent on the ground. And this is where this team comes into play. Now, there are other Iron Fist teams. I'm going to focus on this one right now, just because I think it's the best one, or at least the one that you can go on the internet and find plenty of Justin Long videos about how good it is. I'm going to get him out of the corner here so I can demonstrate something. Now, it's good because, as you know, the Akuma Tatsu assist, Allguard, yes. The Akuma Tatsu assist is really good. It's up there with the Sentinel assist and the Strider Vajra assist, I think, in some of the best assists in the game. And it's good because it goes through projectiles, it eats a lot of projectiles, has really high priority, and it doesn't stay on the screen very long, but it doesn't, it's not as hard to combo into, unlike the Sentinel assist, and also Akuma is harder to hit out of it. Like, despite the fact that he's going right up in their face, he is much harder to hit with, like, a beam hyper or something, just because if you're like right here and you're calling it, and they do a beam hyper, there is a small chance, and I do mean a small chance, that his Tatsu and projectile hitbox will go right through the the beam hyper, and end up hitting them before the second hit can hit him out of the Tatsu. If that makes any sense, it's a bit of a weird thing, but I have seen it happen. I've had it happen to me. I've done it to people. Trust me when I say that it is something that works. Anyways, so talking about pressure with Iron Fist and what you're going to want to do to keep that pressure going. Now, he doesn't really have a lot of options for like movement in combo during his combos. Like Akuma, you can always like demon flip mid combo, and if you're getting advancing guarded, you'll like clear all that screen space. Like if you're like advancing guarded the back here, you can still demon flip and be right back in his face if you're expecting the advancing guard. Whoopsies. Messed up my team order. Hang on. Anyway, yeah, but all his normals are all his specials. I mean, are all the Rekkas. They're all meant to be in his face, in the enemy's face. Other than the Rising Thing. Hang on. Is it? Oh wait. Yeah, the Rising Thing, which is only available after you've already hit 2 special moves, which means there's a chance that it won't come out anyways. And so you don't want to have to rely on that. For getting in and for closing the gap after an advancing guard, you're going to want to have an assist that can help you with that. And the one that I think is the best for Iron Fist, because it's the fastest, most reliable one, because like Sentinel comes out slow. That's part of the reason it's good, but in Iron Fist case, you want something that the second you're advancing guarded, the second you're all the way back here, bam, Akuma's suddenly out there. Akuma's already out doing the pressure for you. So if they jump, they get hit by it, and they're back on the ground, and that's where you want them to be when you're Iron Fist. Or even when you're starting off the round, if they're backing up and you're advancing on them, you call it and you do your jump H thing that I talked about, I think, in my second video, and they block it, and then once you're on the ground again, call it again, and just do the same thing, you know? Because if they stay on the ground versus Iron Fist, they're going to get mixed up with the, like, most irritating high-low, or not just the most irritating, but the most destructive, because Iron Fist is a high-damage character. But let's say that you already got the Akuma in there, and you're on them and they're not advancing guard as much, or not even that. Let's say you wanna mix them up with not just a high-low, but a cross-up, non-cross-up, because this is a big thing in part of Iron Fist game. I think this is a really good thing. Now, this forward H, whoopsies, is jump cancelable. That means that after you hit with it, even if it's on block, as you can see, I can jump afterwards, and that means that I can do this move right here against, let's see if I can get a more normal sized character. Oh, see, forgot. Auto guard. A more normal sized character in. It will totally fake cross up like anybody who is let's see, anybody who is of average-ish height. Like, yeah, see that right there? That is the kind of ambiguity you're going to want in the mix-up. Because, you know, I can hardly tell doing this right now whether or not it's going to land on one side or the other. It has a really strange hitbox, like a really strange startup hitbox, I mean, because it's just weird. The way it lands is weird. The way it moves, it's weird. It's a move that looks like it shouldn't be an air move. It should be a ground move, and so like the hitbox gets all weird. And you can just plainly see that it doesn't land where it looks like it should land. But in either case, you can do that. You jump into cross-up, not fake cross-up, or S cross-up, which S will sometimes cross-up. It's hard to do, especially on smaller characters, but like when we get Nemesis back in, like Nemesis will very easily fake cross-up at the very least. Yeah, there. Both his H and his S, which are very easy to hit confirm off of, are very good cross-ups and fake cross-ups. It seems like it's a bit more difficult to do with, yeah, H is a really good cross-up in general on large hitbox characters. S seems to have a bit more trouble, but they can both fake cross-up very well as well. But that's what you're going to want to do, is that if they're not advancing guarding, or if you just want to go straight into, that, like don't even start with the medium heavy, just go straight into that without any other moves preceding it. So I'm not going to go into Iron Fist combos because I do know Iron Fist combos. As I've said before, I played him a lot. Oopsies. I played him a lot, but I'm kind of bad at him. Like, I can do the combos, but it's really a training room hero thing. I can't do the combos in a real match, and worse off, I can't get in there in a real match. And that's what I'm just trying to talk about is assists and team compositions that will help you get in there. And that's what this whole week is going to be about. Oh, as a note, though, with Iron Fist isn't a character that you have to dedicate as much to. Like, compared to other characters, I'm going to be doing characters like Frank West and Morgan and Phoenix and stuff, and compared to all of those, Iron Fist is definitely a character that you can have a pretty normal team outside of him. Like, Akuma is a good character on his own. Frickin' Wolverine, especially. Like, I think part of the reason Justin Wong has Wolverine on second is just so he can have those, you know, he can have a really good character. He doesn't really want to worry about. He doesn't really want to have to worry about anything if Iron Fist goes down. He wants to have two characters that are very safe bets. But that is just one team. Of course, there are other teams, but I think this is probably the best Iron Fist-centric team. If you have a different opinion, I appreciate it if you shared it. And I'm, you know, as I said at the beginning of the video regarding the Empire versus Finger Cramps thing, I'm not trying to instigate any arguments. I'm just trying to bring up a discussion of some kind. So if you have any other ideas, please share them. All right, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends about me, and all of that.